Hola, gringos y gringos. Welcome to
Gringos Are Us, expats with a plan.
And in today's video, we're going to give you an update on our move.
Stick around, we'll be right back. Welcome back, and what we're going to do this week is give you a quick update. But before we start on that, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You people are phenomenal. The outpouring of emotion and sentiment was fantastic, and it really, really hit home. So I want to say thank you all. What we're going to do now is give you a little timeline because we've had to update it. Well, we didn't have to. We just sort of went, as you saw in that video, okay, no reason to stay here, so why not go ahead and go?
Let's just do it.
So we pulled the trigger, and we're going to give you a little update of what's going on.
So, number one, this is sort of like a number 0.5 because I hadn't included in our original outline. I resigned. For anybody who's wondering, I did resign.
And then they hired her.
And then they said, hey, we'll let you work remotely until you go to Mexico. So that's happening. But as of August 19th, I'm not going in the office anymore. And they have me working until we go to Mexico remotely.
And stay tuned. That too is subject to change.
It could change. It could change tomorrow. It's just kind of the way things have been for a while.
Nothing. The only thing written in stone is that things change.
True.
So
The inconsistencies are consistent.
every week, every day, and every hour.
So number one for real on the list is...
Yes. We rented a truck, not rented, we reserved our truck and reserved our storage units. So the things that we are going to take that are near and dear to us, like, I don't know, enough vinyl to choke a mule. But all of that is going to be going into a climate-controlled storage unit, and we're going to have that done by the end of July.
The end of July. It's going to be a 4-day trip doing that too, by the way, because we're going to store it close to family, and family lives in the Kansas, Missouri area.
Kansas, Missouri?
Kansas.
Oh, Kansas/Missouri. I'm going, normally people say Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas,
but I mean,
Missouri.
you know,
Kansas, Missouri.
Yes, they're right there on the, we have some on one side of the line and some on the other side of the line, and they're only about 25 minutes apart. So
Yeah, so they can keep an eye on our stuff for us if needed.
yes.
Number two on the list, estate sale. I would venture to guess 90% or more will be here for an estate sale.
Everything except the liquor. He said he couldn't sell the liquor, so we're going to have one hell of a party and get rid of all of that.
Oh, a party.
Okay, so we're just going to fire up the fire pit a couple times and use it before we sell it.
We can pour some on the fire pit and some for our homies.
Yes,
Okay.
if you want to go there. So,
Number three.
number three is after we get done with the estate sale, well, we're then homeless. So, we're going to make an attempt at going to McAllen, Texas. We've been in contact with the consulate down there, and we're trying to get an appointment with them that very first week of September.
And some of you may be asking, why McAllen all of a sudden? Well, you know, we've been asked, why not Raleigh? Why are you choosing Atlanta? Well, it was because they were close to us. But once we have the estate sale and we do the house cleanup and the walkthrough with our landlord, we're going to be heading to, again, Kansas/Missouri area, like Kansas City, like right on the border sort of. And so we're going to be driving anyway, so why not just kind of do that dip down to McAllen where...
Let's just do all three sides of the triangle.
Let's just get it done, and you know, and the thing is McAllen is supposedly pretty easy to work with, and so we're going to try that, and we'll see what happens there.
And hopefully they'll be able to get us an appointment that week, and that would be the ideal scenario. If that were not to somehow work, then we're going to try and schedule it on our way down to Querétaro, because that's where we're going to be going in November.
Correct.
We've already booked our Airbnb. We will be there for Christmas. We will be there about the middle part of November, on staying on through all of December, enjoying Christmas in Querétaro, and then departing in the middle part of January.
So, after McAllen, we're going to ride on up to the Kansas City area and stay with family for a couple of months. And while we are with family, one of those months we're literally house sitting. They're not even going to be there. So, while we're with family, we're also going to make our run to South Dakota to get the driver's license and register our vehicle. And then we plan that trip south.
Yes. And one of the things in planning for the run to South Dakota that we came across was our insurance company is not valid to offer policies in South Dakota.
Nope. We have to get new insurance.
So one of the things that we every time it seems that we do something, we find there's about 3 more steps that need to be done with each thing that we're doing.
Yep.
So now we're in the process of having to shop insurances. And so we're putting that together right now, trying to figure out which is the best way to go. We don't want to spend a lot of money on the insurance because the car's going to be in Mexico covered under Mexican insurance. So the only time it would really be in effect is should we drive back across the border and be back in the United States.
Correct.
But we have to have it to get the license plates, which is understandable.
So please, I'd like to just ask right now if you are enjoying our videos, and it seems like our channel's growing, so we think you are enjoying our videos.
Yeah, you guys have been fantastic.
Thank you so much. But if you haven't yet, please give us a like, subscribe to our channel, because it really helps the algorithms grow. It gets our videos out there to more people, and it has more join our community. And ring.
As always, ring that bell.
Ring.
And that way you'll get notified of any new content, which is dropping about once a week right now. And also, feel free to leave a comment. We appreciate all the comments we have been getting. And you guys have been phenomenal in giving us both advice and heartfelt sympathy. So
seriously,
we appreciate that tremendously. And as you can tell by the attitude, it is getting a little bit easier every day. So
it's one of those things where we, with Buddha the cat, we decided that he needed to be buried out next to the catnip bush. So we buried him outside. I'm sure he's happy with the catnip bush. Bandit, we had cremated, and it was a little rough getting those ashes back.
That's why she sent me.
It was rough getting the ashes back. And of course, as I'm packing things, I'm finding things like his pedigree papers and his physicals that he had when he was a pup and just all kinds of stuff. But it is getting easier. And, we miss him.
Yeah, as one of our subscribers pointed out in the comment that in the last video last week, she happened to see him wandering around behind, and we had several in the can ready to drop. And that was a tough thing to sort of watch him wandering around in the back. But, it's nice to know now that we can look at him and go, he brought us so much joy for so many years. So,
yeah. What?
This weekend, Gina's driving around, and all of a sudden, the car starts making
there's more. Let's just... Okay, here's all the goofy bad things that have gone on as we started planning this. So we found out about the car insurance.
Yep.
I went to go see Tears for Fears in Charlotte. It's a 4-hour round trip drive. I waited 38 years to see this band. There and back, no issues. And then the end of that week, it's record store day again. And you all know how much I like my vinyl. And this was my very last USA record store. And I had to go say goodbye to my friends. And all those things, records mean so much. So I'm driving home, I'm coming up the mountain, and the next thing you know, my car's knocking. And having been around people who work on automobiles, I know that can't be good. It's got to be an engine thing. I don't know what's going on. As far as I know, I don't have any lights on. I don't have any issues. The oil should be fine. There's nothing else going on, but the car's knocking, and it makes me nervous. And this is the car that we're going to use to do all this traveling. And This is the car that's going to be in Mexico with us for probably 4 years. I pull it into the garage, and there it sat. Well, today we took it to a mechanic.
Yes. Well, we called the mechanic over the weekend, and we used to have a great mechanic that was close to us, and they closed their shop because the landlord decided that they were going to make more money putting in a microbrewery in there. And so
that's what Asheville
does.
What Asheville
There's another
needs.
brewery.
We need one more microbrewery and an IPA in the market.
Yeah. But so when I called them, because I had their phone number, they recommended this other shop. And so we took it down there, and we were just going, okay, let's see what they find out. And he goes to get the car. He goes, let me go check it out real quick. And 10 minutes later, comes back and goes,
You need
the engine's done.
You need a new engine. No.
What? This is not in the spreadsheet.
No. And it's not in the budget.
So we're going, oh crap, what now? And of course, the guy goes, well, let me see what I can do about finding you a new engine.
With low miles.
Yeah, with low miles on it. And I don't know, 15 minutes go by, and he comes back up and he goes, it might be your lucky day. We're like, oh, somebody looking out for us, baby?
Yep.
And it turns out that there was a recall for an engine part that was mismanufactured, or not manufactured to specs, that causes
knocking.
And this guy was fantastic. And he goes, you don't owe me anything, but he printed out the recall, and we called Kia, and we've already had the car towed up to the Kia, and they're going to have a tech take a look at it tomorrow morning. And they went, oh, by the way, there's 3 other recalls on this. Do you want us to take care of all of them?
So apparently my car's got 4 recalls on it. Okay, look, we move around a good bit, so I don't know. But hey, if they can get all that stuff fixed, it'll be like getting a new car before we even get to Mexico, and it won't cost us anything. Let's just hope that they can get it done before the end of next month. So then, packing, unpacking, sorting things, throwing things away. I kicked a bed. I kicked a bed and broke my toe.
Told you not to kick the bed.
It hurts. It hurts bad. And then I kicked it again 3 hours later after it was already broken. It's all black and blue and green looking today. It's kind of gross.
Well, you know what that looks like. You did it at the beach 2 years ago.
Yes, apparently my bones must be brittle enough now that anytime I kick something, I just break something in my foot.
So what's the lesson from this?
Don't kick anything.
Don't kick furniture.
I have really big feet, like if you only knew. That's going to be a problem for me in Mexico, you see, because I wear a size 11 shoe.
She can just wear mine.
That's true. I'll probably end up wearing men's shoes. Okay, so back to the plan again. So we were going to go to Querétaro for Christmas. We were going to be there mid-November to mid-January.
Yep.
And then we've got our eyeball on 2 possible places in San Miguel de Allende so that we can spend Easter.
For 3 months.
We want to spend Easter in San Miguel. So we'll be there from January through mid-April.
Yep.
And that's all the further we've gotten so far. But everything has been paid for and or reserved except for the San Miguel place. Yep. And an Airbnb in Reynosa when we go to McAllen.
Yeah, because we can't do that until we know exactly when
Yeah.
we're going to be going to McAllen.
Right now, that date, getting a date in McAllen is difficult. They basically told me within the last 7 days that they were only scheduling right now for July and August. And we tried to get the end of August, and they emailed me back available dates. Turns out that all the available dates are only on Thursdays and Fridays. So if you're looking at McAllen, keep that in mind. Thursdays and Fridays. So it looks like we have to wait at least until next month and try again so we can get the first week of September.
That's the plan right now.
Yep.
So that gives you an update as to what we're going to be doing in the next 2 to 3, 2.5 months. It's going to be busy.
It's going to be crazy.
But we're going to be able to show you some great videos of going through the estate sale, and the process of going to South Dakota.
Yep.
And going to McAllen whenever that is.
True.
So those will be coming forward here shortly, within the next 6 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that.
And just so you know, we do try sometimes to do a few videos so that we can keep ahead and keep to a schedule, because there's some weeks I get busy and the editing just can't get done. So like last week we had a video that was obviously after we had lost our pets because the pets are walking around. Well, we actually have 2 more videos like that. They will be coming down probably next week and the week after, until we have more things to show you. But we wanted to give you the update now, let you know what's going on, and kind of explain why you may be seeing a dog running around next week and the week after that. It's because those videos are done and they're ready to be seen. We just haven't uploaded them yet.
And then 5 months from now, we'll be doing content from in Mexico.
We will be in Querétaro. I cannot wait. Oh, and that was another thing that came up. Another goofy thing that came up. We found the perfect house. It was in Colonia Calesa in Querétaro. We reserved it, and not even an hour later, it got canceled by the host because he said they were going to be doing
renovations.
Renovations.
Yes.
That word. So because they were doing renovations, he canceled it and he took it off of the
we have
calendar.
no reason not to believe him, because as soon as he sent us the cancellation, it was removed. So.
But then what that did is it made it more difficult to find something we really liked, because we had specific criteria. And one of those was no parking on the street. We wanted off-street parking. That's hard to come by. And especially when you combine it with, we need something bigger than a double bed.
Yes.
You know, a queen is about as low as we'll go. We prefer a king, but the double beds are just out. And so it was really hard finding something that had bigger than a double bed and included off-street parking. And we're not super hard to please. It's just
had reliable Wi-Fi.
And reliable Wi-Fi, because I need to be able to work if I have a remote job by that time. So.
Well, we got to keep uploading videos so everybody knows what's going on.
And that's true too.
Yeah, but so then we booked another one that we really liked with fantastic views and everything else. And then, did we look to see about the parking?
No.
Oh, crap.
No, and it was up steps and everything else, and the parking was going to be on the street, and we had to move things in and out, and it's like, no.
So then 5 minutes after we booked it, we had to cancel that one. So
if anyone's wondering, we're going to be staying in the Latitude apartments, which are literally next to the relatively new mall that has this Cinépolis. Is it Cinépolis?
I don't know.
Anyway, the new
next
mall.
to the McDonald's and across from a KFC. We're going to Mexico.
Oh my God. Yeah. And we have to walk through what looks like Little Italy to get into Centro. It's just pizzeria after pizzeria after pizzeria on the walk.
I thought that was the other house. I think that was the other house. I think you're confusing the houses now.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm confusing. I'm sorry. We looked at
We
so
spent the
many
entire
properties.
weekend.
Yes, we did.
And it reached the point by the time we were done, it was, I think I've seen this one 3 times now. So.
We looked at every available property.
Fortunately, we did find one that fit us to the T.
Yes.
So
we're not, but we are staying in Latitude. It
Yes.
is Latitude, and it's by the new mall.
So the next couple weeks, you're going to get the ones that we already had in the can. One is going to be on, next week's is going to be on the gadgets to take.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one after that is going to be on our process of doing Airbnbs.
Airbnb selections.
Yep. And how we did it, and then we perfected that over the weekend. Just when we thought we had it all down.
Ay, ay, ay.
So
Okay.
that's what's going on. And we do, again, appreciate everybody's sentiments.
We do.
And we want to say thank you. And remember to please like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell. And thanks for sharing the time with us again this week.
Remember, we are Gringos are us.
Expats with a plan.
We are doing it.
You can
too.
too.
Adios.
Hasta la vista.